All right, so we're back with another video for you guys, another reaction video. And today we're going to be talking about CJ on 32's raffles, especially this Corvette C8 raffle. We got another channel that recently dropped a video. A lot of people have been hitting me up over the last couple hours now about this video. This is on Nigel, the Realest. As you guys can see, he dropped this video 12 hours ago. I made a big mistake entering CJ on 32's raffle for the C8 Corvette, all right? And this is what he's about to talk about is a very common problem. I get a lot of comments about this issue. And quite frankly, it seems like CJ and Marty Mar don't care. They really don't care about this issue. This is a known issue. A lot of people leave all kinds of comments about this issue on several videos. Every time I talk about the raffles, there's always like a batch of comments about this known issue. So we're going to start off, we're just going to get right into this video and listen to what this other channel had to say about these raffles.
With his boy or partner named Marty, right? So I'll get into everything and show you guys like the whole conversation and everything that happened. But what happened was I entered the raffle for the C8 Corvette, right? When you go to the raffle creator site that they use, it's asking you, how many tickets you won, right? The site is also showing like so-called packages, right? So for example, you can get one ticket for, I think like $10 or something, and then you can get 50 tickets for $50. I think there's another package that says like 150 tickets for $100, so it has preset amounts, but the site is also asking how many tickets you want. So I was like, okay, I want 25 tickets, right? That's the amount of tickets I want. I put 25. I'm rushing through the raffle creator, I'm filling out the details, not even like, at first I didn't even pay attention to my total, right? But then anyway, I went through everything, filled out the details, paid, saw my final total, 125. Cool, I get my 25 tickets. Then I went back to the website now, again, just looking at it, and then it clicked in my head, like, wait a minute, bro, I just made a mistake, right? And I own up to that, right? But I'll get into why I'm making this video. So I own up to my mistake, and I'm like, damn, fuck. 25 tickets for $125 when I could have gotten.
Now these are these are some of the comments, the exchanges between Marty Mar and this individual, this other YouTuber, this customer, it's really a customer that bought these tickets. And what he's talking about is, on the surface, it would appear like it's his mistake because he's the one who bought the tickets. He selected the quantity or whatever. But it's so misleading. It's so confusing. And one of the ways that it's really confusing is with all these specials, right? CJ, especially for this raffle, he's been doing these like back-to-back specials. Like, he's really getting real desperate, it seems like, with this particular raffle. It's like literally every single day he's got another special. Like, I've been really focusing on the $100 like price point, and it seems like at one point it was at like 1,000 tickets, then it goes down to like 550 tickets, then 500 tickets, then 450 tickets, and then it goes back up, it goes back down, back up, back down, back up, back down. It's so confusing. So you might look at it today and think, oh, okay, it's like a 24-hour special, I'm gonna get 1,000 tickets. By the time you go in there and buy it, it's like you get less tickets, right? It is so confusing. They keep creating all these specials. It's completely out of control. And then they got this little box where you can select the quantity of tickets. That is, it seems to be the biggest issue I hear about. A lot of people say that they think they have to put in the number of tickets they want in this box, and somehow it calculates a completely different total and you get a different amount of tickets. It is so messed up. So again, people might think on the surface, oh, well, I'm just selecting the tickets I want and thinking I'm going to get the special price, right? And then you end up paying a lot more. There is something wrong, all right? They're not really investing. Honestly, they don't really care about the customers, right? It's only because this guy actually has like some decent following. He has about 5,000 followers that he's getting traction on this. But there is a lot of people that go unnoticed that buy these tickets. This is why you got CJ doing these non-stop specials, man. They gotta stay on these brainwashed idiots, man. They gotta fool you guys.
150 tickets for $100. So I'm like, okay. The first person I contacted was Raffle Creator, and I told them, yo, I made this mistake, or can some adjustment be made, or something, They were like, oh no, we don't have anything to do with the individual Raffle creators, right? Which is weird. I thought they're going through the...
Yeah, Raffle Creator, the website itself has nothing to do with the individual businesses or whatever. And really they should be non-profits, but the business entity, it's like eBay, right? I mean, I guess eBay kind of protects the consumer in the event something goes wrong between the seller and the buyer. But I don't think it's the same thing for Raffle Creator. I mean, the whole platform itself, it's kind of misleading. Like I said, that box where you got to put in the quantity of tickets, it throws off a lot of people off, because you think I'm going to get this special, let's say it's $100 for 400 tickets. So you put in the 400 tickets, right? And God forbid you put in 405 tickets. It'll completely throw off the total. It'll completely throw it off. So for people that are first time in buying these raffle tickets or whatever, it'll completely throw off everything. And all Marty Mar does, because Marty Mar is behind this. He's behind these raffles. I guess CJ's hiding. I don't know. It's acting real suspicious because this is CJ's car. It's not Marty Mar's car. So why is Marty Mar's name associated, or his business LLC is associated with these raffles? There's some sketchy shit going on. It's looking kind of suspicious, to be quite honest with you, because Marty Mar doesn't own the cars. But why is Marty Mar LLC on the credit card statements or on whatever statement, bank statement? So there is something sketchy, something suspicious going on here.
They're doing the random selections and managing most of this, right? So that's why I contact Raffle Creator first. But they're like, no. So cool. So anyway, I also looked at my bank statement, right, guys? And I saw it said Marty Mar on the transaction. I don't remember the full thing. I think it says Marty Mar Entertainment or Marty Mar LLC, something like that, right?
Did you guys just hear that? Did you guys hear that? Let me replay this again. I want you guys to listen closely to what he just said he found on his bank statement.
So I'm like, all right. I saw it's the random selections and managing most of this, right? So that's why I contact Raffle Creator first. But they're like, no. So cool. So anyway, I also looked at my bank statement, right, guys? And I saw it said Marty Mar on the transaction. I don't remember the full thing. I think it says Marty Mar Entertainment or Marty Mar LLC, something like that.
But the website itself, the Raffle Creator, the advertisement for the raffle, the giveaway, has no mention about Marty Mar. There's no mention on here about Marty Mar. This says CJ's 2023 Rapid Blue, giveaway, whatever it says. But there's no mention. There's no disclaimers. There's nothing. All right. I mean, they're not even following any kind of rules. They don't follow any kind of regulations. And more than likely is because not a lot of people have reported the raffle, is my assumption as to why this has been going on for such a while now. Because Omina Hellcat's raffles, man, those were complete disasters. We got several videos coming out, by the way, on Omina Hellcat. So make sure you guys stay tuned and subscribe if you guys have not already done so. But yeah, there's no mention about Marty Mar LLC, Marty Mar ENT. So this is why Marty Mar is CJ's personal assistant, butler, manager, flunky, whatever you guys want to call him, whatever title. This is why he's taking the hit. So you got to think about this position. Why did CJ on 32's put Marty Mar as the one facilitating this whole raffle situation? Why isn't CJ putting his name in this? Why is Marty Mar on these customers' bank statements, on these transactions? Marty Mar doesn't own these cars. I mean, based on what we have seen, CJ shows titles, right? But they're not in Marty Mar's name. So why is Marty Mar? Like I said, something is there's some funny business going on here. Something is just not adding up. It's smelling sketchy. I don't know what it is. All right. It just doesn't make sense. It's like you go to the store, and I mean, it is, some companies do business under different names, but it's usually a name associated with their operation, all right? It's not like they have it going through like their best friends LLC or their best friends like holding company. It's not adding up, folks. Something is not adding up. Why CJ would be having Marty Marr behind this raffle, unless CJ got banned from Raffle Creator, something went wrong. But it's gonna be a lot of people starting to get refunds, man. Y'all need to start reporting this shit to your bank. All right, this is some funny business. Something is just not adding up.
That right. So I'm like, all right, Marty is the one who's actually, you know, like I guess he's the person to talk to with all this, right? I know, you know, CJ promotes the raffle, is his car and all that, but I'm like, okay, Marty's name is on this. Cool, let me
And here's the crazy thing. I mean, there's so many crazy things about these raffles. And so many people hit me up. They send me all kinds of emails. And one of the, before I get into what I was trying to say, another common issue I get is, I don't know if a lot of people have experienced this, but this is a very common problem, especially with these specials. Like I was saying earlier, like, you know, he changes it $100 for 400 tickets, $100, 500 tickets, $100 for 1,000 tickets. And they keep changing the quantity, which is fooling you guys into thinking that, you know, you got an upper hand in the situation when you really don't. All right. They just can create all kinds of tickets. They're just like printing money, just like the government printing money. It devalues everybody. Everybody's valuation of the money goes down when they print more money. It's like your money is buying less at this point once they print more. Same thing with these tickets. Once they increase the quantity, it devalues the rest of your quantity. But people are too dumb. You know, a lot of his followers are slow brain idiots. They don't get it. That's why I said they're slow brain idiots. But here's the concern a lot of people also shared, is that they don't even know that they're actually getting the quantity of tickets. Like when they claim you're going to get 500 tickets for like $100, I've had people actually reach out to me and they told me they only got like, some people got like 253 tickets when they were supposed to get 500 tickets. So this is another common thing. If you guys haven't noticed this, or you haven't paid attention to this, and you are buying these tickets, this is something you need to do right now. All right. This could be considered fraud. All right. You need to count how many tickets you got. Every time they change these specials, especially these high quantity specials, right? I want you guys to go count all the tickets you have. All right, like you see here, 24-hour ticket special. CJ's got all kinds of crazy specials. Every day there's another special. But this is very important, all right? A lot of people hit me up about this, and they told me that they don't have the right quantity. All right, so when you go buy these large quantity tickets, make sure you count. I know it's frustrating. It's not something a lot of people actually do, and that's why a lot of people don't do it, right? But there is a few people, believe it or not, that actually sit there and count every single ticket, and a lot of people discovered they don't actually get the right quantity advertised. All right, so when they advertise, you're going to get 3 times the special. You're going to get 450 tickets, right? There is people that have actually counted these tickets and realized they actually got a way lesser number. Some people got like I said, it's all kind of crazy numbers. It's not like an even number or an odd number. Like some people would get like 252 tickets. Some people that got, especially with Stunneries, because Stunneries had these like 20,000 tickets for like $100. And a lot of people actually created apps, or they used an app to actually count all the tickets, and they discovered they got way less tickets. So their odds of winning actually were a lot less than what they claimed on the advertisement. This is another thing, like I said, got to pay attention to this. I don't know, a lot of people are actually awake to this. So this is another issue on top of the issue that that CJ's talking about. I mean, not CJ, but Nigel's talking about.
Shout out to Marty. So I DM Marty, right? And I'm like, hey, I explained what happened. You know, I entered this amount. If there's some adjustment that can be made, that's really what I was asking him. The second question I got into later on, which you know, you guys will see everything. But I was asking him if adjustment could be made because, yes, I made a mistake, but the amount doesn't make sense. Like, why would I only get, 25 tickets for $125 when I could have gotten way more tickets? Yes, I made a mistake. Again, I admit my mistake. I'm a man. I own up to my mistakes. But here's where...
It would seem like it's a mistake, what he says, right? It would seem like he's a mistake because he actually engaged the system, right? He was the one, like the system didn't just assign him 25 tickets. It didn't come to the conclusion that this is the amount he's going to pay at checkout, right? So he had to have initiated the system. But what's so confusing is when you have like these pre-packaged packages, right, or specials, there should be a way to check out with those specials. You shouldn't have to go into this manual box to put in the quantity of tickets and then think that you're going to get the special price, all right? Because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, and it seems like it didn't work in this case. There is no checkout for the transaction of the package, all right? So if you got like a package, $100 for like 300 tickets, there should be a checkout button right next to that. So that's what you would get. It would make it a lot easier. But obviously these guys don't give a shit about nobody buying. They care about money, all right? They only care about money. They don't care about making the process smoother. They don't want to ensure any kind of quality. Like, at most companies, at most legit companies, right, real businesses, they have quality control, right? They have audits in place, things like that. CJ doesn't give a fuck about nobody. He only cares about putting money in his pockets, right? This is why he takes this type of move, right? He has Marty Mart behind it because I think he doesn't want to deal with the customers. He doesn't want to deal with people. He wants people to have this certain image of him. And I've actually found, and you could actually go through the comment section on Instagram, and CJ's response back to a lot of people is actually way harsher than Marty Mart. So if you thought Marty Mart had bad customer service, he gets it. He learned it from CJ. He had to learn it from somebody. Marty Mart wasn't the brightest bulb in the room. He doesn't even have the social media influence. So he had to learn this from somebody. Who is he going to learn it from? His big boss, CJ. CJ doesn't want to deal with you guys. He doesn't want to deal with you guys on a day-to-day basis, buying tickets. This is why he's kind of slow with the merch stuff. He doesn't want to deal with people. He doesn't care about you guys. I actually, my observations tell me that CJ's actually not a real people person. He might come off like that. A lot of people come off like a certain way on YouTube, but in person, you can tell they're not really that person. Certain things you can observe when people are like really people person or whatever, social people, you can tell. I mean, you can tell CJ's really not that guy. He doesn't really want to interact with people. He wants to keep the conversations kind of limited. But there's a lot of YouTubers like that. But like I said, man, there is so many issues with these raffles. And it seems like a lot of it comes from these frequent price changes, quantity ticket changes. Like, people always want to, like, these dumbass idiots, they're like, oh, the lottery does it, and nobody complains. The lottery doesn't have specials every single day, you moron, you stupid idiot. How many times has the Mega Millions, they don't have, like, a special every day? Well, $1 today is going to get you, like, 10 tickets. It's the same amount. Every day it's been the same exact amount. You spend this amount, you get this amount of tickets. It's always been the same. They don't have like frequent specials or a weekend special or a 24-hour special or a 3X special or a 9 days remaining special. It's like, y'all are some stupid slow brain idiots. And until it really happens to you, then you're going to wake up.
This shit goes downhill. So I'm talking to Marty, telling him, if he can make adjustments. He's like, no. That's the first thing. He's like, no, you have to repurchase, right? Like, repurchase just like that? Okay, cool. I wasn't happy with that answer, but I'm like, cool. All right, he can't do anything. Cool. No problem.
And for this guy in particular, right, this YouTuber, this channel, this customer, right, I should really just stick with customer. It seems like at first it is the tickets that got him, like, he was like, hold on, this doesn't add up, right? He's like, I bought this amount of tickets, I paid this much, and then I realized, well, there's a special where you can get more tickets for less money. which I would think should be like the system itself should be able to automatically detect that and give them the better option, right? But obviously this is an old school setup, old school system. They don't really care about it. It's just all about money, right? But for this guy, initially the impression you get is that he was concerned about the tickets, the quantity, the price. But what actually shocked them the most is actually the experience. When he reached out to Marty Marr, the feedback or the response he got from Marty Marr is like absolutely terrible. And these are the guys that sit and say, oh, when you guys meet us in person, we're like really stand-up people, we're really good people. Absolutely not. All right, they're probably even worse in person than they are on video. On video, they have to maintain a certain image. It's just like every company, there's some shitty companies, right? And they always claim they have the best customer service. We got the #1 customer service in North Carolina, right? We serve the best this, the best that, right? And then you go there, it's terrible, man. Like, I'll use an example, like TD Bank, all right? I had to close my account with TD Bank. I have several banks, but TD Bank was like the worst, man. They claim they're the most convenient bank, right? They are the most inconvenient bank. They're not reliable. Every branch I went to in one particular state, man, it was like almost like they're understaffed. It's almost like they had 1 or 2 bankers and 1 teller. And then it's like, if you wanted to talk to a banker, it's like almost, it takes like an hour. All right. And they claim they're the most convenient. I'm like, who put that claim out there? You're not convenient, man. I had to quickly close that account. But that's what I mean. It's like, it's not really the bank services. It was actually the experience, the customer service. So I think that's really what he's talking about. Like he was trying to, explain the situation. And Marty Marr's response was like toxic. It was so bad. It just like completely threw him off because he probably wasn't expecting this, because you guys see them on YouTube and they claim they're so stand-up, they're so genuine, good people in person, but they're really not. They don't really give a fuck about people. They only give a fuck about you watching their videos and paying and buying raffle tickets and buying their merch, making them money. That's all they care about. If they just kept it like 100 and just said that's who they really are instead of this fake on persona they put out there, they would make a lot of sense. But I guess a lot of people find out the hard way.
Then asking him, I showed him what I entered, and I'm telling him like, the math doesn't make sense, right? So I don't know what happened, bro, but like, buddy, I guess he got offended thinking I was like trying to tell them like their system is like whack or something. But bro, all I was saying is like, look at the amount I spend versus the tickets. This doesn't add up. This doesn't make sense. Even if I made the mistake, this doesn't make sense, And cool, I understand you can't do anything, but then buddy decided to get on a fucking high horse. And this is the shit, bro. Just talking about this is making me heated. But bro started going on some kind of rampage, like he's on a fucking high horse. And bro started telling me.
So if you guys haven't seen his text messages, I might include it in this video. I might put it in a part 2, because I don't want to make this video an hour long or even 40 minutes long. I'm going to try to keep it around like 30 minutes. But Marty Marr really thought, I don't know, Marty Marr is this like special character, which I don't know why CJ would have him managing the raffles, because he's like the worst person. He's not very enthusiastic. He doesn't really display any like hard work type of individual. I mean, look at his channel. He barely uploads. So you got this guy managing your raffles where you're supposed to collect a lot of money from people to make the system work. But anyways, so if you look at the text, Marty Marr really thinks that this guy used the situation with the raffle, all right, the whole issue he was going through and buying the tickets and the quantity, as a way to actually start a conversation with Marty Marr. Marty Marr thinks that this guy just wanted to have a conversation with him, so he used the excuse of the bad system or the fact that he spent X amount of money on a certain amount of tickets and got a terrible a terrible deal. So he wanted to see if there's a way, possibly. He knew that maybe it wasn't going to work, but The response he got from Marty Marr is that Marty Marr actually thought that this guy just wanted to have a conversation with him. He wanted to, because Marty Marr is so special. He's like a celebrity at this point. You can't really reach him unless you pay him to get on a live stream with you or something, or pay him for a collab. So he thought this guy was trying to make a move, right? A sneaky move, and having a conversation with him. Like, that is so crazy. That is how close-minded this person is. Marty Marr is so delusional. He really thinks, like, CJ has put an ego in him, the same kind of ego he's put in himself, with all the jewelry he wears, all the merch all the fashion clothing he wears. CJ has influenced or rubbed off Marty Marr into thinking that Marty Marr is actually a real celebrity, that people actually will do anything to contact him, to start a conversation, to the point that they're going to go buy Raffle tickets, make a mistake, and contact them about it just to have a conversation with him. Like he's some hot date, some hot attractive women, and in order to get this woman to pay attention to you, you got to do something that deals with money or something to deal with their website. It's crazy that Marty Marr is this delusional.
If you just want to talk to me, just say so. You ain't gotta try to start a conversation. I put it on the screenshot because I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head the conversation. But Buddy's telling me about how I'm just trying to talk to him or start a convo, and like if I want to say what's up, just do it. Like, bro, first off, I don't even follow this dude, right? I don't even look at my page, guys. If any of you go to my Instagram page, look at my Instagram page and tell me, out of the amount of people I follow, right, the few people I follow, how many of them are big like influencers or celebrities? Or barely, right? The most recent one I actually started following was actually CJ himself, because I just started looking at his content, just started really rocking with the content. Like one of my buddies used to tell me about him, and I'm like, yeah, I heard about him, but not until recently I started watching his videos. I don't follow I barely follow people. The people I actually follow have
So what I've been sharing with you guys on this screen, if you guys been paying attention to the screen, is these are just a few examples. And I really just focus on $100 price point. Like I said earlier, you guys can rewind and actually look at the numbers. There's like some fluctuation in the quantity of tickets, like sometimes like 400, 450, 1,000. It's all these like frequent day-to-day changes with CJ and these raffles, which are completely out of control. And the problem is, like a lot of people, you can tell them, hey, you need to be careful about this and that, right? You should be careful driving down this road. There's a big pothole or a sinkhole. Your car is going to dive right into it, probably damage your suspension or whatever. And people don't. It's just like kids, right? You can tell them all day long, right? Don't do this, don't do that. It's bad for you. We're adults. We've done this. They don't listen until they actually fall into it. And this is like, it happens time and time again. I get so many comments, so many emails, people sending me screenshots, and they're like, oh, I spent this amount of money and this happened, that happened. Guys, I don't buy tickets, so how would I know these issues, right? Like the biggest one, obviously, that I just learned about was that the quantity of tickets is off. That's all. I got like so many comments, so many people talking about this, saying that they thought they bought 500 tickets, but they only got like 300 and some change. Or they bought this amount of tickets and they got a much less, they got like half the tickets. Because there's some people that actually will sit there and actually count their tickets now that I talk about it or dropped reaction videos about it. So there's so many things. This guy obviously is pointing his attention on the fact that you got to be careful on the number of tickets you put in the box, because the website is not that sophisticated. It's so outdated. It's so old. It's like government systems. If you guys work for the government or ever worked for the government, their systems are so outdated, but yet they collect all this money in taxes. These are like CJ. CJ collects all this money, but doesn't want to improve on system operations.
Met them in person and had a good conversation. Or what else? Bro, that's usually it. The people I follow, it's so you don't see like a bunch of big influencers or celebrities on my stuff, you know. So, but for Buddy to come and tell me like I'm trying to like, I don't know, like he thinks like I'm a fan of his or something, bro. I didn't even know who you were until like I really started watching CJ's videos. So, bro, like get off your high horse. Some people are on this, like, I don't know, they see themselves here, but they're not, you know. Like, bro, I'm not a fan of yours, right? I reached out to you as a customer. I spent money. And speaking of money, I'm going to get my fucking money back. Best believe that. You hear me? I'm getting my money back. So, you getting on that high store and disrespecting me, and in the end trying to tell me I came at.
So this is something you guys can do too. You can report it to your bank, because you just heard it. I mean, I've been known this already, that Marty Marr is behind this. CJ is hiding behind Marty Marr. Marty Marr's got his name on it, and there's no mention of it on the website. You know, they have to disclose saying that XYZ Raffles is doing business as Marty Marr LLC, or Marty Marr LLC is doing business as whatever name they want to go with on these raffles. And it's so misleading because we know Marty Marr is not CJ. We know that there's no partnership between those two. All right, CJ owns the car, but Marty Marr is behind it. Marty Marr is not even like a sweepstakes management company that manages raffles or sweepstakes. Otherwise, they would know about all the regulations. Otherwise, this website would have had way more details, way more disclaimers. So there's some funny shit going on, and I think people could use that to their advantage. But I would definitely tell you to check with your bank on how to report this stuff, because this is getting out of hand. CJ doesn't care about customer service. He's got this clown that really is so delusional. He thinks that people really want to just start a conversation with him, so they're going to go buy tickets to start a conversation with him, because otherwise he doesn't have time to listen to you or even, you know, read your DMs or whatever. Like, he's so close-minded. It's crazy, man. This is beyond bad customer service. Beyond bad customer service. I can't believe he's going to start selling merch. It's all these slow-brained, brainwashed idiots. And unfortunately, a lot of them, you know, don't learn until it happens to them. People don't learn until they have a really bad experience, and then they go write a review and all that goofy shit. It's like, you guys got to wake up. It's time to wake up. But I'm going to let you guys go check out the rest of the video on his channel. I think we reacted to a good half of it. So if you guys want to check the rest of it, go check it out on his channel. I just had to give you guys my reaction on it. But anyways, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button if you guys have not already done so, and leave a comment about what you guys think about this. Do you think that it's cool that Marty Marr is behind it and CJ ain't really telling nobody? But let me know what you guys think.